Newlands in Durban. For more on this, let's cross now live to our reporter Sbongakonke Mbatha, who is at the scene. Sbonga, what's the latest?
A very good morning to you, Blaine. Just less than 10 minutes ago, the rescue team was successful in retrieving the child from the storm drain alive. It was packed with community members. Some of them were angry, saying that whoever did this would have just given the child to anyone if they felt like they did not want it. Just to take you back a bit, before the rescue happened, the rescue took 2 hours before it was successful. So from the early morning at 7:30, someone heard the child crying, which was like 10 steps away from the drain where she was recovered. Someone heard the baby crying from the drain. So it is suspected at this point, even though it's not confirmed, that she was put inside the drain for whatever reason that there might have been. At this point, they do not know who she is and whose baby she belongs to. So someone heard the baby crying, and that's where they alerted everyone in the community, who alerted SABC and rescue teams. All the safety rescue personnel were here from SAPS, Emergency, Metro Police, even the municipality, local security authority, trying to come and salvage. At which point is she at? Until they discovered her almost 10 steps away from the drain, which is within someone's yard. Yeah. The lady who belongs to the house just came in now. She's coming from work. She's oblivious to what is happening. She's saying, this is my house. What just happened? I've just recently briefed her that this has just happened this morning. And she's totally, totally devastated. But of course, luckily, the little girl was saved alive, and the entire community, we got here just in time. They were ululating. Everyone was excited, to a point where some of them were saying that they're naming her. They're calling her Sibanise, which in English means our light, because she managed to hold on for over 2 hours while being rescued and came out still alive. Of course, KZN EMS have just quickly rushed her to the hospital to make sure that they keep her breathing and she stays alive. Blaine?
Well, seemingly a good end to a tragic story. Do you know exactly how old the baby is?
They're saying that it's a newborn. She really does look like a newborn. She looks a day or two old. And it's unfortunate that whoever decided to put her inside the drain did so, but she looked fairly new.
And Sbonga, the family, the parents, they haven't been located as yet?
That's what we're still trying to establish. Later on, I will be speaking to KZN EMS spokesperson Rob McKenzie to find out if they've managed to get any information as to who this baby belongs to. I will also be speaking to members of the community who expressed outrage and anger, saying that whoever did this, they might have an information as to who might this child belong to.
Just give us a sense of how challenging the rescue effort was. How deep was the stormwater drain?
The stormwater drain, if I can just try and paint a picture for you, Blaine, it's at the back of someone's yard. It's almost 3 feet deep. It's 3 feet deep, and it has to be cut open. It's a concrete drain system. So that's why it took so long, because beyond just opening it up, they had to be very careful when opening it up, because in between, since it's a concrete drain, it has wires. So they had to be careful to make sure that the wires do not harm the baby in any way. So there were over 30 people surrounding the stormwater drain to make sure that everything is paid attention to, because the most important thing was to save the baby and salvage her out of that drain. At this moment, it has been circled as a crime scene, because they're saying that it has to be repaired first before it can be closed.
You just tell us, just remind us if the baby is in relatively good health when the emergency personnel brought the baby to the surface?
Yeah, when they took her out of the storm drain, they took her out, and just before everyone ululated, they themselves clapped hands, showing celebration to such a successful rescue, considering that the little girl was stuck under for almost over 2 hours even. So they were paying much particular attention to getting her out alive. So that's why they took their time. That's what I believe. They took their time to make sure that nothing happens, because it could have been quite dangerous, considering that this drain is made of concrete, and in between it has reinforcements of wires.
Yeah, it's a tragic, shocking story indeed, Sbonga, and I guess, but relatively some good news that the baby is out of that dreadful place and relatively in good health. No doubt you will keep us up to date with regards to the latest. Sbongakonke Mbatha, live for us in Durban. Thank you. Well, the